everybody? Welcome back. So in this one we're going to work on the exhaust setup, and I'm going to show you guys the exhaust on the truck. So as it sits right now, it comes off the turbo as a 4-inch downpipe, and that goes, it kind of snakes down between the frame rail and between the crossover. So we got our 4-inch downpipe right here coming off the turbo up there. Has a 90 here, snakes down with another almost 90, and then kind of goes down in the frame rail on a 45 right there, and then it hits another 90 once it gets underneath, and kind of comes over. Hard to see from here. I'm gonna lay underneath and show you guys the rest.
So starting off here, we've got the exhaust coming down off the turbo here, this big pipe. We've also got the crossover pipe, which comes from the other side. So this is the driver's side, and it comes down and over and goes into this V-band over here, and that carries it up alongside, takes it into our manifold. Now I did put high temp RTV, the ultra copper, on all the V-band flanges because I do believe I had a little bit of a leak, and I wanted to make sure that we had a good seal. Okay, so my compressor kicked on, but yeah, everything is high temp ultra copper RTV. We'll see if it helps me or hurts me. I think that I had little leaks before when I fired it up prior, so I put that high temp RTV on everything. Hopefully it doesn't melt and leave me with a lot of leaks, but we'll see what happens. I put it everywhere, and if I have to take it all back apart and clean it out, I'll do that. But seems like the last time I fired it up, it was a lot quieter, so I think it is working. So it goes down here to this downpipe, which then comes over to this right here, which is my cutout section. So I welded my cutout to the full exhaust system this way, and then I mounted our dump here, which is wired into the inside of the truck, which I'll show you guys the switch after. But if you open the switch, it does open this dump, which I remade so it didn't run into the T-case there, because it was pretty close. And you can see there's my valve all the way up there. There's that little butterfly valve in there. So that guy will open up and dump it. So that thing works pretty good. It goes to the flex pipe, which goes to this exhaust system, which goes to this adaptive valve that is on all the new trucks here. They put it before the muffler, and it basically works with the exhaust pressure to open and close this valve, which has a little counterweight on the bottom. And this is supposed to keep the exhaust closed at idle and low RPM to make it you know, a lot quieter. So that's pretty cool. And then when you rip it, this valve will open up like this and should allow the air to pass through because of that counterweight being on the bottom. So that's pretty cool, and hopefully it works well and it makes it so that the truck is loud when I'm on it, but not when I'm off of it. But it probably will still be pretty quiet because of this big stock truck exhaust. This is a pretty huge muffler here, and it goes over here to, we're looking at a 3-inch V-band, another one with a couple of hangers, and it goes over the axle. I tried my best to line it up with the spring and where the axle would come up, because the axle is going to come straight up towards that spring perch there in the center. So I tried to line it up, my hump there, and I think that I gave myself plenty of axle travel. I went up pretty high, so for it being 3.5-inch pipe, I was pretty strapped for pipe here, just because I was only using two stock exhausts here to make. Yeah, the GoPro just locked up on me, but yeah, I used 2 stock exhausts to make this 3-inch section here and bring it out into this Y, which this Y here is from that stock exhaust as well, and it runs over to this flange on this side, which has a gasket in here, and then runs over to that side as well. And this is one of the resonators that I got. So this guy is a nice stock OE Chevrolet resonator, and it's basically brand new. And this right here is another hanger that I added off the stock location. So this runs along the frame rail here, and I'd like to maybe put another hanger right here just to add some rigidity to the end, although it doesn't move that much. I think it'll be okay just like this. And that runs to a tip that I just happen to have lying around. So I had a couple of these lying around from you know, project that was unused, and I ended up grabbing them because they were just left over. So pretty stoked. and the other side goes over here and runs to another hanger right there, welded to the frame, and then that goes to this resonator and over to this tip. So that's why they come down at an angle. I kept the resonators tucked up nice and high, and keeps them out of the way. So I think it's overall pretty sweet. I'm pretty happy with the way everything turned out. So that's the completed exhaust system there in the rear, and hopefully I can start it in a little bit and I'll show you guys what it sounds like. Alright guys, so here goes nothing. I'm gonna give her a fire up.
Nice, guys. Oh yeah. That sounds really good. Oh yeah. Turbo's doing a little surging. Still chopping. But yeah, you can hear it. Doesn't sound real leaky or anything like that. Awesome. I think the dump valve leaks a little bit, but everybody online says that that's very common. So yeah, we got that turbo spooling. It looks pretty good. Yes, this is the first startup look for you guys. And I think I'm gonna get this thing off the jack stand. We got a little some smokiness over here. Hopefully we're not burning anything. So it ran pretty good, guys. I was able to pull it out of the garage, no problems. You know, I'm pretty excited. I think everything's pretty much all set. I think it's ready for a test drive. Just need to you know, finalize a few things here on the tune. I just wanted to clear some service engine soon lights. I had some DTCs going on, so tried to clear those. And turbo is smoking a little bit. I think my turbo blanket's supposed to be on the other side of the drain there. That's kind of wrong, so maybe I'll fix that right now. It's kind of making it look a little bit weird, I think, but otherwise, yeah, this thing is it's doing its thing. I'm happy. It's gonna be nice. It's smoking off all the, you know, just all the stuff that's burning off right now, so it's gonna take some time, but I'm gonna fire it back up, I think, and let it run for a little while longer after I clear the DTCs. Hopefully they stay gone, and yeah, just, you know, gonna keep an eye on everything, make sure nothing's burning through. I made sure that my stuff was not touching down here. I kind of checked it over. Looks like this AC line keeps wanting to come back and touch on there, so I don't know. I may have to wrap it with something just to be sure it doesn't rub through. Some anti-vibration tape or something like that. I just don't want to have any problems, especially with the AC. If I could bend that, bend it down a little bit more down there, then maybe that would help. You know, down here off the compressor. I just don't want to pry too hard on it and have the line blow off or something like that. So might be best to suck the system down and bend it after and then leak check it. But you know, all in good time. I'll probably leave it for now. But yeah, it's looking pretty good, guys. It sounds really good. I'm pretty stoked. So I'm just gonna get this thing warmed up again, and maybe this time we'll go for a test drive. So, writing the tune here. Disabled all the O2 heaters and stuff like that since there's no O2s on it anymore. Just the wideband, at least for now. I could always introduce an O2 sensor for just a little bit of you know, open loop fueling there, but yeah, we will see exactly how this thing runs after this. DTCs are cleared. I'm gonna fire it up again. Had a little trouble running there, I don't know why. Let's tell me low coolant level, because obviously I have the coolant sensor disconnected, so that would make sense. But Seems like it runs a little bit lean when I first start it. Definitely gonna have to work on the tune here. We'll see. We'll see. Just a bit lean. 16 something we're running at idle. So I'll get this thing dialed in soon, hopefully. But maybe that's just part of the cold start, or where it is in the fuel table right now because of the cold start. But overall, it sounds pretty quiet. I'm gonna roll up the windows here and see what it sounds like with the windows closed. Yeah, it's honestly pretty good, you know. I can hear everything just fine in here. So I'm a big fan. I like it. Windows back down. Maybe ready for a, you know, nice short test drive just to feel it out. I'm gonna go shut the hood on this thing and we'll take it for a little cruise. It is driving pretty well. It's so quiet, guys. It's awesome. Wow. No way. Oh, this is sweet. It's unbelievably quiet. Oh, this is so nice. I haven't driven a quiet truck in a long time, guys. No kidding. This thing runs so good. Oh, I'm beyond pumped. Yes. Maxpeedingrods Turbo, guys. Really coming through for me. Sent me a turbo, and I was like, what am I gonna put this on? I decided, why not on the daily? And what better to have on a daily than a nice, quiet exhaust? You can't even hear this thing. It's so quiet. Oh, it's awesome. You don't even hear the key. Oh my God, it's so quiet. I didn't think it would even be this quiet. Oh, it's awesome, guys. Beautiful. I'm so pumped. I can't wait to see how it drives on the highway and everything. So awesome. Alright, let's see. Let's open the cutout. The ground is shaking. I hear turbo. Oh, it's awesome. And we're gonna close it. That is so awesome. That is so awesome. The whole floor shakes, guys. My feet are vibrating. Oh my God, it's so crazy. Okay, I'm gonna get back home. This is with the cutout totally closed. We're just cruising along. It's like, you know, 1300, 1500 RPMs. Just cruising, getting the throttle a little bit. This is 2000 RPMs. Nothing. When you open the cutout, it sounds totally different. You can hear it a lot more. there was the first test drive of the turbo truck. It's done. All I have to do now is tune it. So that's going to be a process that I might not show that much of because I don't really know what the heck I'm doing. So I'm learning as I go, and show you guys when I'm all done. If you guys are curious what kind of settings I got going on, maybe I'll make some videos going over my stuff, or maybe even upload the tune file or something, because these LSs are a lot different, and you know, it's not like a Honda. You know, and maybe I should start sharing my bass map with you guys just because. But I do, you know, it'd be cool to get into tuning someday, and you know, being able to tune people's vehicles for money maybe on a dyno. That would be sweet. That's something I would like to dabble in, but I gotta put both these things on the rollers. So maybe once I get this thing tuned, I can set up something where I can dyno both these vehicles. I gotta find somebody that'll let me run on their dyno and just see what they make, you know. Just gotta get this thing dialed in, but I'm really happy with it overall. I couldn't have been more pumped to hear how quiet it is driving down the road. It's exactly what I wanted out of a nice, quiet daily, but at the same time, you know, can get down, can get rowdy when it needs to. So everything's looking good. The turbo blanket's smoking like crazy, so I just gotta keep heat cycling that, I think, and get that back, because I think that it's just needs to burn in. And the brakes, they did a little bit better. They got a little bit cleaned up. They were a little bit rusty. I may need to do brakes on this thing soon. It's gonna need some attention here and there. I gotta reseal the axles and stuff in the front. Maybe now that I did all this stuff, I'll start doing that, try to get all that done before winter. But overall, everything is working. I think I'll be clear to put the wheel liner back in pretty soon. This thing is ready to go, ready to be a daily, so I'm just going to start driving it, start tuning it, and I'll keep you guys updated on it. But time to jump over to some other stuff and work on some other projects. But yeah, I'm stoked, guys. Came out really good, and this is another project that you know, came out great. It's at the end of the project here, and we did well. Everything works. So we'll see how long it lasts, and we'll see what kind of power it makes. We'll see what it feels like when it's all tuned up. So I'll keep you guys posted. But thank you guys for watching this little series, and hopefully you enjoyed it. I'm gonna pick back up on the Honda now. Peace, guys.